All right, today is is it September 8th? Did I get it right? 8th. Yeah. Yep. September 8th, 2022. We got Wayne Coleman in the building. How crazy is that? I'm here, your host, Laris Hodges. And then we have this lovely young lady here. Tell us your name.
Hi, my name is Queen Dominique. I am Dominique Carr, better known as Queen.
And what's your claim to fame, Queen?
Being a queen. No, just like you guys, I am a children's author. I have children's books.
Oh, okay.
And my own podcast too.
Oh, okay.
And I do a lot of stuff. But them the major ones.
All right, and of course, I was just talking with Wayne here. What was that? Was that 2017 that you did your debut with us? And
2017.
I mean, man, he's flourishing. He didn't just took off and like fired way past me. But we're gonna have a good show today. We're talking about titleism, title whores, and the unmerited trust that people put into titles. Real quick, Queen Elizabeth died today, and I think that is notable. However,
She did?
yes,
Y'all care?
70 years. 70 years.
I mean, well, it's a big
God,
deal. It's a
R.I.P.
big deal.
too.
Yeah,
It's a
I
big
mean,
deal for
for-
all
Why?
nations, really, actually, because
Why?
she had presidential entitlement to certain a lot of different nations, and she's tied to a lot of stuff, America, a whole lot of stuff.
Okay.
So it's actually a big deal. When
Yeah.
she passed away. It's a big deal.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Queen Elizabeth passed. Raven Jackson, I think, also passed. 24 years old, suicide. Rest in heaven to both of them. Raven Jackson was a very young girl, media mogul, and also kind of a fitness guru. It was Raven Jackson, wasn't it?
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
accurate.
Yeah. I mean, I know that all of us who are on social media, we use that when we use TV. So check out Mr.
Thanks.
Incredible, Wayne Coleman. When you're on there, go to his page. Do you have a page?
Yes.
What is it?
Everybody follow me at Queen_Elray. That's Queen_ELREY.
There you go. All right. So a lot of stuff's been going on this past 2 weeks. We took off last week because Labor Day weekend or whatever. But I would like to say this while we're here and while we're at it. Number one, it is good to be here. It's good that the fall is here. You see, me and Wayne are in black and yellow. We didn't know that we were going to also, and he's got the Steelers stuff on. The NFL debuts tonight. I got on it's a black and gold Atlanta Braves jersey. Falcons play the Saints this week. I don't know if this is going to help at all. I don't know if much can help them anyway.
This is the first. It's the first game of the season, right?
Yep. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So Atlanta finna be crazy. So everybody get out to Atlanta this weekend, cause it finna be crazy. I will be out and about in the streets.
Yeah.
I will be out there.
Okay.
So
Yeah. I believe it.
So I don't believe it.
I'll be
Yeah.
out there. I'm definitely gonna be out there.
Yeah. So, additionally, but when we got talking about this, and we're gonna get into when we get to the second half of it, that's when it's gonna get kind of crunk. But there was this thing that I saw on social media, man, where this guy was talking about men who are cheating on women. The women that he's like, niggas is out here cheating on bitches they got. Excuse me, these are not my words. That, and the women have like MBAs and bachelor's degrees, and the women that they cheat with can't even find their birth certificate. And I thought it was very intriguing.
Why?
Oh, we're gonna get into that. That's when it's gonna get hot. So I kind of want to say that a little bit. But from the time that we were born, we've been hit with this whole idea that, like, this idea of what respectable or esteemed authority looks like, right? If that's a police officer, if that's a teacher, if that's a judge, if that's a clergyman. because we're going to get into the church too. You know how they manipulated people, and they have, and we're not going against the word of God. Y'all know what y'all have done. A lot of y'all have done some very, very bad things to a lot of people, you know, under the guise of that collar. You know, we know people who wear wedding bands. They're faithful to the wedding band, but not faithful to the person they with. Okay? You know, so we got to dispel all these myths of authorities and symbols. Wayne, was you feeling something over there, man? Before I start really kicking it in.
Yeah, that is this generation, right? More people, you see more of the older generation was more into marriage than they was the actual ring. You got a lot of older women that didn't even have a wedding ring.
That's right.
That's
they
right.
didn't even have a wedding ring, you know what I'm saying? And most of the older women, before they even became, you know, a wife, they was already acting, living, moving, and developing as a wife, right?
Right.
So he was already getting a wife before he even put a ring on it, right? Which is what made him marry her. And what a lot of women forget is that you a wife when I meet you. I decide if you get married.
That's it, yeah.
If you're a wife or not. So I have to pick you, right? So because women are forbidden to get on their knee and say, hey, will you marry me? Right? That happened to me. When I got married, she proposed to me.
What?
Right? So see how you say that? You say, what? Like, what the hell? Right?
I mean,
But
live
here's
your
what I'm
best
saying,
life. That's amazing.
if a woman is not carrying herself like a wife, right, before I come along, she's already getting herself prepared to be a wife. When I meet you, you a thought, you a street chick, you outside. You think I'm finna wife that? No, it's not my job to make you a wife. It's my job to make you my wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? You might want to come down next week. I got 3 sisters coming down next week specifically to talk about traditional men versus modern men and why they want traditional men. And so that's going to be a great point because I got a whole lot of stuff for them with regard to that, social media and the things that they say they believe in versus what they post, and you know, always showing the money shot, which is the, you know, kind of the ass shot or whatever. But no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's the logic of it. It's like it's like more like, say you got a doctor, right? And you are a doctor. If I'm looking for a doctor, I'm coming to you, right? Mm-hmm. But what type of doctor are you, right? You're a woman. I'm looking for a woman. I'm coming to you. What type of woman are you? If I need a heart surgeon, why am I over here at the dentist? He considered a doctor too. Why am I over here at the dentist? Why am I over here at the foot doctor when I need a heart surgeon, right? So if I'm looking for a wife, why am I over here in thought territory? Why am I on here looking for women that's twerking all up and down social media? You know, they outside, they turned up, you listen to their conversation or their perception of life. It's not equaling up to mine or what I see in my vision as a wife. So why am I over here looking for that? I need to be over here looking for what I need, right? So you want me to treat you like a heart surgeon when you're a foot doctor? No, you're not getting that title. You know what I mean?
Go ahead, sissy. Go ahead.
No, honestly, let me help y'all out real quick because it's literally about what you want and what you need. Because you saying girls twerking, Beyonce be twerking. What were you talking about? And she married as hell. Tiana Taylor be giving lap dances on every show, and she's very much. It does not. It's a job. It does not. Strippers, that's a job. What's the difference? What's the difference from Tiana?
We're gonna go there in a second.
What's the difference? Tiana Taylor. Do you see them lap dances?
There's a difference.
She grinding.
There's a difference.
What's the difference? It's just society's perception.
Nah, there's a difference.
With that being said, it does not matter if you thought you were this, you were that, because to some men, that's what they're missing. They like that. They want that fun. They want that excitement. They want that youthfulness. So it's literally about what is best for you. So it ain't about going to look for a doctor or a lawyer, but it's what you're missing. Understanding you and understanding what will balance your life out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you just missing, just say you a breadwinner. You're not missing no breadwinner. So you don't need to go out looking, making sure that wouldn't be at the top of your list to make sure she got money because you got money. I'm just saying, some people. But you're trying to basically, yes, just find the person that match your energy. I don't care if you a thought or you a this. I don't think that there is a way to look to be married. I know a lot of thoughts that got husbands. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of married women.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there because I date a dancer. So I'm gonna in a second. We're gonna get there. Yeah.
They don't even have to be a dancer. They can be a nurse. Twerking.
So I understand. I dealt with a lot of married women in my day. I understand that. What I always say, when I speak, I was speaking from my perception of how I see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, as a man as a whole, what I always say, we can't speak for men as a whole or women as a whole.
Facts.
Because what this man like, I may not like, and what I like, he may not like. You know what I'm saying? What he considers a wife, I may not consider as a wife. But what I consider as a wife, totally different.
Facts.
Now, this is what I say. I believe that there's no such thing as a wrong person.
Neither.
I believe that everybody is entitled to do what they want to do and move how they want to move. Just be willing to accept the consequences that come behind that. Absolutely. With that being said, here's the problem we have. Everybody want to put the costume on, but don't want to deal with the title of their costume hold. So everybody want to go outside with a clown suit on, but want you to treat them like a pastor.
Period.
Everybody wants you to go outside. We got a police uniform on. Yeah, you mad at me when I run up to you because somebody trying to rob me. Why you got a police uniform on if you're not here to help me?
That's
so
true.
If you decide you got to live for the world that we're in, not the world we want to be in.
That's not true.
Or the world we used to be in.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. The world that we're in, right? Regardless of what you say, you go outside right now and walk up and down that street with a bikini on and some heels on, right? You got a bikini on, heels on. What everybody gonna stop and approach you with? They think you selling something.
That's not true.
Come on, man.
Do you see these people wearing these clothes outside?
So I'm telling you what
and they do not be just getting called no prostitutes.
I'm telling you what us men think though.
I mean,
this is what most of us be thinking.
And that's what the show next week is going to be about. We're about to hit you with the whole shit. I'm about to let everything out.
They can think that you are entitled to your thoughts.
Right. What I'm saying is living for the world that we're in, which is, listen to this here. Okay, in the world that we're in, right, I'm entitled to do what I want to do.
Thanks.
But if I go out and hustle and sell drugs, and then get busted. Now everybody a victim because I'm busted, and I'm like,
I get what you're saying.
I'm like, oh man, I was just trying to feed my family. So the world you live in, this shit is not legal, regardless of what you think it's okay, right? You ain't harming nobody. You selling a little weed. But what we say,
I get what you're saying. You saying take accountability,
take accountability
and
for the role
understand
that you
the consequences that come with
you can't
what you're doing
kids
in this
and play
world.
victim because you're a daddy. You had to 5 children. You ain't no victim. Nigga, take care of these children. You put yourself in that situation. And the world ain't gonna respect you as a father unless you taking care of these children. You know what I'm saying? Period.
So,
but you feel like I need to be respected just because I have them. That's not
true. So I'm a traditional man. Hybrid traditionalist. And the show next week, damn Wayne, you might want to come down. It's gonna be 3 of them down here next week. But when they started coming to me, I knew something was wrong. Because I'm like, now, y'all coming to talk to me?
Right.
About, but at least I think they thought I wasn't going to lie to them. And one of the things I said, put your phone up when you go out. Put your phone up. Monk said, good point, Wayne. Put your phone up. Because guess what? If you're out eating, and then, not that people are probing, but if I'm sitting next to you and we're eating, and Thomas' name shows up flashes up on the phone, then it's like, okay, all right, maybe you don't answer, you ignore, but later on you might be texting your girlfriend or something. And then, but in a man's mind, it's like, okay, now she's texting Thomas back. Now, he ain't saying that he ain't going to smash, but now what you ultimately want, dating has to have an end goal, right? And it can't be, if we're looking for somebody, when we start talking about tradition, we're talking more or less about an idea of high moral fiber. And so now you done got knocked down a peg. It's like, okay, well, she texting this dude, yeah, I'll smash her, but she done already got declassified. Put that phone up. It is not your friend. Additionally, if I say to you, what's your most important relationship? And you say, like, the girl I talked to, she said, well, her peace. I said, okay, peace. That's a good answer. And but I said, really, the most important answer is not family, God. That's the most important relationship you got. Here's why. What governs you when you're not around me? All right, but you can't say that it's God and then on your first off, I don't even think you should be social media friends with people you date. Seriously.
What?
But I don't think so
I don't
because
know. Everybody blocked me, so I don't know.
but if you do it, If she says God, and then every post is she showing the money shot, she's showing the ass shot, and she's taking shots. I'd be like, she's a liar. You know what I mean? You got no quotes on your page.
She taking shots.
You know, you're a liar.
I mean, it goes back to the saying when you younger. The old people used to have a saying where it's like, if it was a crime for you to be a Christian or for you to believe in God, would you go to jail? Would there be any evidence if somebody came to your house? If somebody seen your everyday life, would it be any evidence of that? You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying, but the object of most relationships now, people got a list. I don't give a damn who it is and where they from.
Sure.
They got a list.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So listen, when you go on a date with somebody, when you're dealing with people, no matter what their profession is, that list is in your head. When you ask questions according to that goddamn list. When you pay attention to when they talking, you pay attention to that list. You know why? That list is part of who you are. That's why it was created.
Yeah.
Wait, before you say that, let me say one thing to you, because you said, do they look like God? Can you see evidence of God?
But you can't tell me on the phone at this, and then that's why. And then it's just like,
how can you
come on now.
see the first of all, I feel like the irony is, and I want to talk about this on my show, y'all. Stay Woke and Ratchet podcast, follow it. But how we gotta just stop judging people. Like, I feel like
That's
if we
not
get
judging.
to the it is, because how can I look at this man or his Instagram or anything and just say if he got God in his life? If he's here, he's alive, he's present. That tell me alone you got God some type of way. So you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like
you got a beautiful son.
he can drink and do drugs or whatever he do, but that does not tell me
if
he
it's
don't
no
got God.
but babe, if it's no balance, this is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm not saying that some things shouldn't be mixed in there. I'm in agreement with that.
No, I'm just saying,
But
you can't look and
every
tell.
picture
That's all
can't
I'm
be the
saying.
money shot. You know what I'm saying?
But if that's what they fit. That's their money. Listen to what it's called. The money shot. So if this is what's bringing in their money, do your shot. How?
But how does that separate you from everybody else? How does that?
They don't care.
Everything that God
But
touches,
they don't want nothing. They don't want nothing of high value.
Everything that
though.
God
But that's
touches,
what I
and
think is
everything
how.
that God touches and that He's a part of, you're going to see evidence of it.
That's not true.
I guarantee
Being
you.
here
I'ma tell
and
you
being
why.
present
I'ma tell you
is
why. Hold on, let me tell you why.
God.
Our whole dealing with God was created in His image, okay? And once you accept Him into your life, right? So we become God. Listen, we become God. Listen. In the beginning, love was God and God was love, right? Listen, love is life, right? So okay, listen what I'm saying. We was created in His image, okay? So we become the God at that point because we're created in His image. You understand? So listen, God taught His disciples to be fishers of men. Not
And this is
fishermen.
according to what?
So listen, listen. With that being said, right, it's our job to make sure the evidence that He's present to our fellow brothers and sisters and mates. That's our job, bro. That's our responsibility to God.
Okay.
It's my responsibility to let my brothers and sisters and the people around me in my life on social media and everything to know that God is present here. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
Because He is the resource. I'm just the worker. So when you see me elevating, when you see me doing great, when you see me overcoming things, you got to understand who's the resource behind that. You get what I'm saying? How am I being a fisher of men if I'm keeping that silent? But I'm living as if the devil is taking control of me.
Well,
Right? So people seeing me from that.
Well, Wayne, if I posted weed on every last one of my pages and people started
But
calling
who
me
said
about
that's
weed
not
all the
God?
time, then I mean, and I'd be like, man, why people keep calling me about weed? I don't understand women, not women
It's like
and
we
men.
doing two different conversations.
It's like
so it's either we
you
having
getting the
two different
attention
points.
that you
Like
putting out to
tryna-
get.
You
Yeah.
trying? It's like it's two different points. So we were talking about the presence of God, and the new conversation you entering is what energy are you putting out to the world? Be ready to accept the
I think
consequences of that
he's
energy.
saying we're saying
But
the same thing.
I don't think that's two different things, because the energy of the world and looking like God is two different
He's
things.
saying that our job as man is to reflect the image of God.
Yeah, and I'm saying, how can you, my only objection is, how can you look at a person and say their social media presence, because they showing ass or they twerking or smoking, says that they don't look like God. In my opinion, I don't. I want to know how do you look at that?
You ever heard this expression?
I don't see.
This is why I result to saying that we have to live for the world that we're in, right? Because the world that we're in is the world that we was taught for. Listen, now when you came out, listen, we're most flawed the day we're born. We're perfect the day we're died. Because to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. The day we're born, we're flawed. Reason being, you were born a naive, ignorant little baby. You don't know nothing.
That's
right?
not true.
No, listen, you're a little baby, you don't know nothing. Everything you were taught from your child up is taught to you from the people around you. Your mama, your dad, the music you listen to, the stuff you watch on TV, the cartoons, cousins. Right. So this is why you're flawed. Because your mama put her insecurities on you. Dad put his insecurities and his beliefs on you. So you grew up believing what they believe in. You grew up believing what she believed in, what everybody around you do. So they created you.
And,
you understand what I'm saying?
And so that's why the minister, can molest you.
Flawed. That's why the Bible says we should rejoice when somebody passed away, because you're no longer of this world, which puts you closer to perfection. You dig what I'm saying? So the world that we live in, we have to live in that world. Meaning what I'm saying is, you gotta carry yourself for what you want. Just be honest with you. You ever heard of first impression?
I heard of all this stuff, y'all, but
you ever heard of first impression?
I heard of all this stuff, but I am different. I believe in so much.
When I first came in the door, let me give you an example. When I first came in the door, and the media guy or whatever, when he came around the thing, what did he say to me? He said, "Oh, what you do? You're a rapper." You know why he said that? Not because he's judging me, but the image that I give off comes off as if I am a rapper.
But that's not you.
But that's not him judging me. That's him.
Noticing a pattern of consistency.
But it does not mean. I understand the world we live in, but I just don't feel like you have to conform. Like we have been taught to conform, just like you keep saying the Lord, the Bible, and this is the scripture and this. I don't believe in all of that stuff. I don't believe in Christianity. Sister, I don't believe in the Bible. I don't believe in
sister, where you from? Where you from?
Chicago.
What part? Can I ask what part?
The west side of Chicago.
Are you a four-corner hustler or something like that?
Y'all, I do not gangbang. I don't know who's listening. I don't gangbang. I don't do that.
but I want you. But if I had to give everybody a homework assignment, I would say, go on social media and look at the women who are in committed relationships and or are married, and look at the consistency and the pattern with the pictures as opposed to those that aren't. And I mean, and you can say
Beyonce married, and we see a lot of her ass, a lot of it.
Yeah, but that ass worth $1 billion too. I mean,
so it makes a difference if how much she worth. Like, so now you back to doing the things that the women do, putting a price on it. So you can be a thot if you make a lot of money.
But you can't get close to Beyonce. You can't get you can't.
What I'm saying is this is how I perceive it and how I see it.
Hey, call Leon with beer in the conversation.
Stop judging people.
Yo, it's Mark, man. What's going on, bro?
What up, Mark?
Hey, man, y'all going in, man. Like, why ain't be like listening now? I'm trying to tell you what the word says.
Yeah.
But honestly, like for real, like both of y'all are right. It's just about balance, right? You know what I mean? So for example, like if I walked in there right now with a police officer's uniform on, like you're gonna make a judgment that I'm probably a cop.
Right.
I think if you just look at it logically, I think what Larry and Wayne are saying is like, yeah, and I also get what you're saying too. Like, you can't necessarily judge people, but we're judging every other area of our life based on particular stats and metrics. So this can't really be anything different because you don't necessarily want to change or adapt in terms of how you're being perceived. Like, that's not necessarily freedom, to be honest. That's actually kind of dangerous. Because it makes people kind of get fed up and trying to like give you something that's kind of valuable because you just want to do what you want to do, which is kind of what we're seeing in our culture right now. Like people are like kind of done in. And like I'm tired of the adversarial process. Right?
They're just misguided. I don't even think the people now doing what they want to do. I think they just doing what TV, they have been guided to do.
I'm gonna get a little deeper with this. This is what I say. Listen to this. like I say, the world that we're in, there was a little girl, there was a little boy, there was in a lot of people. Somewhere along the line, you was hurt, you was damaged, you were destroyed in some area. Somewhere along the line, a lot of people sat them down. And they put on this costume. They conformed to be this person that the world accepted. Because the world told them they wasn't enough. They was bullied, they was hurt. This may go back to middle school, high school. So they sat that person down. And now they're living in this body of what the world tells them
this, this prism and
so
paradigm.
Now this girl flaunt her body because that's what she get the most attention from. That's what she get the most love. That's what she feel the most accepted from. So this is what drive her likes up. This is what drive her things up. She posts a picture of her body, shaking her ass, and she get 100,000 damn likes. She posts a selfie picture of her face, and she get 5,000 likes. Right? So what she gonna do? She gonna drive what sales and what she get accepted for. Men are the same way. So men put on, coming from the hood. A lot of us come from poverty. Speaking of most of the black community, we come from poverty. In the hood, we're considered.
I think that's fucked up that you're saying that, Wayne. But go ahead. You're not gonna represent all my people from the fucking project.
Listen, I'm not saying. Hold on, listen what I'm saying though. Listen what I'm saying though. Most people, okay, listen. Okay.
No,
I get what you're saying, but this is what I'm saying. Most people, most of our color of us come from the black community, whether you got money, whether you don't have no money, what? The black community still live by the same logic and rules.
They're not saying that.
You get what I'm saying? So what happens is, we believe the people with money in the black community, you see it in Hollywood, you see it everywhere. The people with money is the one that respected. The men with the most money, the most clout, the most fame, the most popping, that's who is respected. So what do most guys do? Most black guys, what they chasing? That bag. Why they chasing the bag? So they be whoever they gotta be and whatever they gotta be to get the bag so they can get that love or whatever it is that they looking for.
I just me personally feel like, obviously not everybody.
You can be a lame with money, but listen, that lame with money is going, listen, a real nigga over here with no money and that lame with money, who get the more love? That lame with money. Why?
That's not
because
true.
he got the money. I tell you what, you said it's not true? Hold on, you said it's not true?
Y'all gotta understand, listen.
Look at your local celebrities.
Listen, where are you considering, first of all,
Wayne, you're highlighting why our shit is dysfunctional. Like,
exactly.
Men should be taking excellence. So when you take excellence, all the rest of that shit falls in place. So when you chase a bag to get a bitch and you wonder why you ain't getting real love, it's because you weren't chasing excellence. You weren't chasing purpose. So that's really what it is. Like that's the dysfunction. Stop chasing the bag and stop chasing attention and currency and stop using the bag to get love.
So that goes back to what I said about who you signed down before.
Listen, one more thing beyond what he was finna say. I feel like stop chasing other people in their opinion. Who the fuck cares? Like me personally, I don't give a fuck what you think, he think, nobody think. I don't give a fuck. When I walk in every room, I am me. I will sit in front of your priest and talk just like this because I am me.
Well,
I don't change. I don't change. What make him get more respect than you?
I'm in agreement with you.
Oh, I'm like, what made him get more respect than my kid? Let me finish. So I personally feel like we doing all these judgments. If we go on her Instagram and judge the women with the married and the women with, don't do that shit.
No.
Why are you doing that? Don't go look at nobody else's shit and judge it. Be yourself. Do what's best for you.
Can I ask you a personal question?
I personally feel like
how old are you? How old are you?
32.
You're 32?
Yeah, like why you going to go look at her Instagram and compare her to her?
But
her process ain't her process. It's different.
All right, okay.
Put out for public consumption. I'm going to judge you.
Okay, and that's you sitting your ass at home judging.
But let me give you something. I'm gonna give you a gift.
I didn't see rapper. I would never just say, "Is you the rapper?" That's just because my mind. Listen, my mind has deprogrammed.
I'm going to judge you. If you put your ass out there, I'm going to judge you.
And that's a lot of people. A lot of people will do that.
And I want to tell you, all right, as a man that's been, as a man that's.
That's just like this. Look, so what he's saying is he's gonna judge if you put that out. If you walk into a white people room, you okay with the fact that they're gonna judge and be like, this stupid nigga, he got on chains.
Wait. I don't think that's what he's sister. I don't think that's what he's saying.
He just said that.
That's not. All right, check. Okay.
So it's the same thing with a girl with an ass. Black China putting a lot of ass and make more money than everybody in the room. So it's like, Why are we judging?
Hold on, one second. I'm gonna tie this.
You got drama. I got drama. He got drama. He got drama.
I'm gonna tie this in a nice little bow for you. Here's the thing. The reality of things is that there's two components to this. When has advertising not meant selling? Number one. Number two, I think that as a man who's been married, men sleep better at night without the because relationships, whether they're marriage or just really strong monogamous relationships, go through problems. They go through ups and downs, and the reality of things is that there's a level of vulnerability associated with when storms come. And the adornment that women can get from outside factors that can be a problem for a man. If you love your man, why wouldn't you want your man to not have to think about we're gonna have enough problems as is. Why do we need to introduce the idea of? And so for me,
that's insecure as hell.
That's not insecure. It's real.
It does not make it real, you guys. Just because you feel away, he feel away, it does not make it real. It means that's how you feel. What you feel and what's real is two different things. Listen. That's not true. Okay. Listen, it's a million people in the world. Millions of people. Everybody don't feel this way.
You just want to say,
if you feel
contrarian and say, whatever I believe is what it is, regardless of what the actual result in the physical world is showing.
So, physical world, we are shown that you cannot get married because these people with this old rhetoric feel that you ain't getting married if you a hoe. You not getting married if you thought on Instagram. These people is judging y'all. Like, who the fuck?
It's not about judging. I'm telling you about somebody who's been through it. It's not a judge. Yeah.
Exactly what bro saying. Exactly what Mark's saying. Listen to this. Listen to this. If I go,
that's not. Hold on. Let me address that real quick because when I say hold on. Slow down. Hey, listen, be quiet. Let me speak. To be you does not mean to go out and blatantly disrespect yourself. Because if you follow me and you understood where I come from, it's totally different. What I'm saying, first of all, learn you. We don't even know who the fuck we are. That's why I got grace for people because they genuinely, a lot of us probably don't know who we are. If you believe in the Bible, you still yet have not came to the true oneness of yourself because you still living off of something else as well. So with that being said, I never said just go be a hoe. I never said just go do this, go do what you want to do. That's not what I'm saying. Don't ever get that messed up. I never said that. Listen, that's not my message. What I'm telling you, listen. You speaking a lot without listening. Listen. What I am doing is just questioning some of the things that they're saying. I never even gave my opinion. I'm questioning theirs. So with that being said, he said, or the conversation was judging people, and all I was saying was, we don't have to do that. Stop judging everybody. What's for you is for you, and if it's not, it's not. Who is me to go around and listen? Who is to listen? That's not judging people by saying what's for you. It will attract to your energy. That does not mean judging. All right.
No, that's not. That's it.
If you say so.
That's it.
Because now you in your mind say it does not mean go around judging everybody. I'm not gonna go around telling you how you should live your life or how you should live your life. I'm not on my social media watching people depicting their life. I don't give a fuck.
I know it to a certain degree. To listen.
You understand what I'm trying to say?
The thing of understanding is I know how to understand from everybody's perspective, right? Yeah. So looking at stuff from one tunnel vision, we're all going to have just stay stuck, right? And it creates an argument, right? That's what creates arguments, the tunnel vision, right?
Yes.
So I can see it from our perspective, my perspective, your perspective, and Laura's perspective, right? And see it from everywhere, right? The six and the nine effect, okay? But here's the thing. The results of what something is, it can't be changed. If I go out and molest, if I go out and molest a little boy, just listen. If I go out and molest a little boy, I have been proven on tape, on film, convicted for this, and this is what I've done to that little boy. Are you still gonna leave me around your kid? No.
People do that shit all the time.
Wait, listen. I'm not talking about people. I'm speaking to you right now.
They still do that.
I'm speaking to you right now. Are you still gonna leave me around your child?
I personally wouldn't, of course
not.
not.
Do you know why you're not leaving me from around your child? Because you're judging me. That's a form of judgment. That's a form of judgment.
You're in my space around my kids.
The result of what I done makes people judge me. Meaning, if you're on the internet shaking your ass, popping, turning up, you're doing what a stripper does, and now you're mad at me because I see
a nurse do that.
What you
That's
doing.
not a nurse.
I don't care if
Doctors
she's
and
a
teachers
nurse or a
and
doctor.
moms.
If you're doing what a stripper doing, I'm not looking at you
What
like, oh,
I'm
that's a
saying-
nurse. I want to marry.
listen, and that's
what I'm saying
okay.
is
I get that.
judgment is going to come in so many
We get
different
that.
forms.
That's not what I'm
so
saying. I never
it's
said that you
impossible
did.
to live in this world
I didn't.
and not judge.
Okay,
And-
now
condition
that
to
now
do it.
that part I
What
will
condition
agree.
to do it, man?
I agree with that.
And
so that's one part you're right. You're right in some. In one
I
part
just
you're
want to
right.
interject one sentence.
Judge for your life. Okay.
And I want to just interject one sentence. Certainly, sister, regardless of what people decide to do, you make a hard argument if anybody, not you, but just anybody in general does what everybody else does. It's hard to make an argument that you're unique. I mean,
But
and
you're
that's
telling everybody to do the
It is,
same
though.
thing.
But listen, I get what he's
I
saying,
didn't.
though.
I didn't. I
get
never
what he's
said.
Not
saying,
you,
though.
but I'm saying not you. But what they basically said is we should live by this. Do
No, okay,
you do
listen,
this
what I'm
judge?
saying.
I'm
When I
not
was
telling you
D-boy-
you're not
when I was
going to
D-boy-
judge.
When I was D-boy, regardless of how much money I made more than the other guy that was around me, my grandmama still seen all us the damn same. She still gave us all this the conversation about being a D-boy. I don't care if you making more money. I don't care if you doing exactly what these niggas doing. You ain't no different than these niggas. So what I'm saying is, listen though, if a police officer wears a uniform with a gun and a badge and say officer, all of this, and I walk in this room completely as a police officer, and I approach this guy with my handcuffs out, what is he gonna do? He's gonna assume I'm an Atlanta police officer and he done something. The first thing he's gonna do is say, officer, why am I under arrest? Dude, I ain't no police officer.
I wouldn't say that though. But you
You
said
know
him.
what I'm saying? But
I wouldn't do that.
he's
If a police
officer.
guy would get the fuck out of my face, who the fuck is you? What the fuck? Let me see your credentials. I'm not.
Oh, no.
That's what,
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
like that.
If a nigga
That
walk in
is
arrest-
fear. That is literally because you are conditioned for fear. So, okay, he yelling too much. It's irritating.
On TV talking about why that officer do.
That's yelling too much. I don't want to hear that.
So
He's yelling in my ear.
So this
Then
is,
we can't hear it.
This is when, listen, this is when you see the young black man dead in the streets
That's
because
not-
he didn't have, listen.
Yo,
this is what I'm
it's
saying,
tough.
in the
Yo,
world we live
black
in.
people,
This young black
there's a
man,
lot of
listen,
fear.
no, listen,
Yo,
no, listen,
it's
I'm saying, no.
fear-mongering.
It's
This
not
is
about,
too
listen,
much fear.
it's not about
This
fear.
is
This is what I
fear.
keep saying. We have to live
This
for
is
the
fear.
world
You
that
just
we're
said,
in.
I'm going to pull my arms out and
This is
cuff
not
me.
my,
Why are you cuffing
I'm
me?
not
Like,
saying that.
fucking,
Listen,
who is you?
this is what we have to realize. This is what we have to
No,
realize.
that's too much fear. I don't live
Listen,
that
here's
much
the
fear.
truth. This is not our world.
How come? Oh,
Listen what I'm trying to tell you. This is not our world. I tell you what, listen.
world.
You go out there and this is what I say. Like I said, there's no such thing as a wrong person. You entitled to do what the fuck you want to do. You do it. You want to do it? Do it. But whatever consequences come behind it, be
That's a
willing
fact.
to stand on that.
That's
So
a
just
fact.
because you feel that it's right to
should
murder
do it.
someone, 100,000 other people feel that it's not and your ass is
Okay.
going to jail.
Okay.
So this is what I'm saying. So listen, what are those 100,000 people doing? Judging you.
Okay.
Right. We can't get around it. So what I'm saying is, if I murdered somebody, you're going to tell me you're no longer going to look at me as a murderer.
Me personally, I'm not gonna just do that. Cause if you
Come
play
on,
with,
man,
if you
I'm a
play with
murderer.
my kid, I will kill you.
Right.
Easy. So now I'm a
Okay.
bad person
So
for
listen,
protecting my
okay,
kid.
this
If
is
you
what I'm
play with
saying.
my man, I
So
will
listen,
kill you.
great
So
time.
I'm a bad person
Great
because I
analogy.
killed you.
Great
No,
analogy.
motherfucker, I will kill you. I
That
am
was a great
capable
analogy.
of murder.
Now let me show you something. That's
That
a great
make me a
analogy.
bad person.
Check this out. That's a great analogy. What did you do that for? Your child, right? Hold on. For the love of your child. Okay?
Yeah.
So, regardless if it was for your child, your dog, your cat, this damn wall, you're still considered as a murderer.
Okay.
Okay.
So?
So regardless if she's scripting to pay the bills, if she twerking like Beyonce, I don't give a damn about the status. Whoever you are, if you're imitating this image, this is what you're gonna be judged and considered regardless of how you feel about it.
And my point of
So
it all
what I'm
is,
saying
I
is,
don't give a
the
fuck.
treatment-
You get it? I don't give a fuck.
But the
I don't
treatment
give
is
a
still gonna
fuck.
come.
It's not.
So-
You don't know that. It's
So
not.
wait, next, let me tell
Y'all
you
know
something.
dramatic.
The treatment is still gonna
But
come.
I wouldn't
So Wayne,
care.
you-
I don't care. My thing is this: you're teaching people to care about so much shit that they shouldn't give a fuck about. In my personal opinion, you guys find your purpose in this life. Find your purpose. Have a spiritual base, and go with that. Like all this extra.
You know what you
I'm gonna
need?
look at them like a doctor, and I'm gonna look. I don't care.
You
Me
need, you know what you
personally, I
need?
don't
You need,
care.
you
I
need a
just-
joint.
When you
You
love
need, you need one. I got one.
I
got one in the car.
Y'all need to fucking joint, cause y'all sitting around judging everybody.
But no, but look.
I think that's probably what it is. The edibles. I just don't care about stuff that people care about. I'm like a. And I know that there's very few of us in the world that's created this way. But we got some like the Kanye's and the Beyonce's, people that become super duper. In order to become that type of way, you have to have a mentality. I don't give a fuck. Y'all, I am literally one of those people. It could be 1,000 people, 1 million of y'all lined up like, you can't sing. And I would still sit there, okay, fuck you. I don't care how it's like that. Like, so, I have that mentality. Yeah, so I'm not judging it. Everybody, you a slut, I'ma still do what I want to do.
You sitting amongst
mavericks. And that's not saying be a crash dummy and bust your head and be stupid and be ignorant, because morality and morality clause, I understand.
You sitting amongst mavericks. So that's how we are. We live and think outside, and really we live that way for real. What? And so you wouldn't even know it, but we're a little older than you are by a little bit. You know what I mean? So.
We can tell. No, just
but I'm saying that to say this. So to what Wayne said earlier, it was key, man. I'm gonna do this. We can kind of curtail it and tie it up. Next week's gonna be crazy. You should definitely come back. But there are people who have been molested, mistreated by authorities, whether they be clergymen, all of these people. And it's because there's been an installation of respect, unmerited trust and respect based off of titles. So, what we were just trying to shine a light on. You're right, man. Listen, I've dated psychiatric nurse practitioners, attorneys, Spelmanites, all of these people, man, that have had these great things going on. I'm with a regular girl from, she's better than regular. Girl from Philly. And believe it or not, it seemed like she got more sense than all these people and all these people.
Because you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Lars.
He just agreed to basically what I'm saying. Stop judging people for any old thing, because you don't know.
That. This is what I'm saying.
What did he just say? If you come here look like a police,
but with everybody,
you get that man all the respect, and he the killer.
What I'm saying is everybody have to move according to what they're conditioned to and what they believe and how they feel, right? So here's what I'm saying. Most people,
go ahead.
You can be a doctor, lawyer, whoever the case may be. You have knowledge in this. You don't have knowledge over here. They say common sense is common for a reason, because everybody got it. It's common, right? Yeah. But the knowledge and understanding to utilize knowledge, everybody don't have. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what separates people from their titles, from their money, and all of these things. I know very rich people that got rich because they invested into the right stock. They knew how to play basketball. They know how to play baseball, but they dumb as hell. They don't know nearly what I know. You understand what I'm saying? They call me still for how to operate their normal day-to-day life. You dig what I'm saying? How to dig through situations the whole nine. So I don't deal with people about that, but with the world that we live in, I'm just calling what it is. This is honest now.
The world we live in right now, I'm gonna give you to be girls.
The
world we live in, they telling y'all to be girls.
No,
you gonna get your time.
Y'all in this
what
world
I'm saying
we live in.
As for me.
Create your own world.
As for me, and most people, that I'm just speaking from my experiences. A duck is a fucking duck, and a geese is a geese. A fucking dog is a dog. A cat is a cat. And that's just what it is.
And that ain't true, y'all, because the priest raping kids.
Take us out in about 30 seconds.
The priest raping kids, you guys. So stop judging people because the priest raping kids.
That's all. That's it. That's all you got. That's it. That's how we go. Okay. All right. Next week we got 3 lovely women coming in here, and maybe we'll get Sister Soldier back in here. And we're going to talk about modern and traditional. That's the one that's going to blow them up. We're going to get y'all with some tips, some hints, what you can do to give you a good fighting chance out here with these brothers. And I owe it. I got to give back. I'm labeled as a chauvinist, and I'm really a traditionalist. So I'm here to help. I owe the community. I owe the black female community. Let's go. We'll see you next week.